It's Ida, the Healing Center. I'm going to give you the card reading for the next month. It's October of 2016. Wow, time is flying. So actually, when I'm doing the card reading for October, it's reminding me that another 2 months that will be Christmas. So that will be like another year. And wow, a lot of things. Because as a human, we want to, or it's a kind of habit that we're always looking for the future, and we plan and think a lot about the future, and then forgot about right now, because today, when I'm doing this recording, it's still in September. So now we come back to the time as present moment is okay, what can I do to the best, and I want to receive the guidance from the angels, all the angels from the above. So let's see how the message is. But I'm strongly reminded that it is time for us to be focused of here and now, because a lot of things is happening, and sometimes we have a lot of concern and um, thinking a lot about the future, and thinking a lot about like this is my dream and this is my plan, and about what am I going to do tomorrow, what am I going to do next month, but forget about what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so here's a strong message here. Okay, let's see what the angels from the cards also want to remind us to reconfirm what do we receive here. I strongly received the message in the, for the October is a kind of halfway of harvest of what you have been done, since the past. And then there's another half that will be talking about like what is the next thing. Because, when we talk about like the cycle, it's always like we have to keep on doing the evaluating. We have to evaluate what have we done, and then what is now. Of course, have a bit of enjoyment because we appreciate what we have done so far from the past, and also we're looking for the future. Yeah, for sure. So as usual, I'm going to have a quick reading for the three cards here. Okay. Oh, I get a card. Okay. So here's the three cards here. Okay, so let's look at the first card here. Okay. Okay, what it says here is like, oh, you can really like, it's time for you to open up your result reports, and then you can find that, oh my god, you have done so much and you appreciate for that. For sure, a lot of things are happening. And especially angels here want to highlight a lot of things is out of the calculation, out of the human habit that we want to say, what have I done? It's something you have earned a lot. It could be something beyond the physical forms of the value. For example, could be you win a lot of friendship, you win a lot of support, you win a lot of trust, you win a lot of credibility, you win a lot of faith, within yourself, and also, from the angels. So that is something, when you look at your report, don't just simply look at what have you earned in terms of money, or in terms of like, oh, how many numbers. All right, so you have to also pay attention to what have you done, and a lot of energy form. So it's about energy. Just quickly move to the second one here. Okay, so here's the second card here. So when I join the card here, it's like in the middle of the month, it's also the time for you to filter. It's time for you to have a kind of like filter some of the things that is no longer useful to you. So after you have received your report, okay, so what have you done and what have you haven't done? So that is a time for you to do a filter, and let's look at it. And then something is no longer useful to you, let it go. And something that's like, maybe it's interesting to try something new. Okay, go ahead and do something. If something is no longer workable, let it go. All right. So sometimes we have to make it quick and be present. Right now, it's like, yes, this is how it is. Yeah. Um, there is another card here for the end of the month. It's like full of compassion about your life. So it's time for you to really do a quick review about your life in October. I always do that in October because it's always the best moment for me to really review what have I done in the last 10 months and what am I going to do in the future. And also I have to be present right now to evaluate that, okay, I have done so much, and I'm happy for what I've done. And the present moment is like, okay, maybe something I haven't done it, maybe something I do not do it in a pretty good way. Then